What's up, guys? Matt Run here for thelines.com. Let's talk the second Monday night game. If you're looking for the thoughts on the Dolphins, go ahead and check the channel. We have a separate video up for that one. But let's go ahead and get into Packers and the Giants as we sit right now. It is 6 in favor of the Packers on the road against the Giants. You can see this total 37 across the board. Full disclosure, if you want to go ahead and click this thing off, I don't have a side or total in my account currently. I will give you my thoughts on what would be in the account should it pop up, and then we'll go on from there. Total seems appropriate to me. No interest in the total really at all. What I do have an interest in is if this thing gets on the other side of 6. And if it gets on the other side of 6, this is where I'm going to just hold my nose and play the Giants. And if we got to 7, it probably would be a full play for me on the Giants. If you look coming out of a bye, the only thing they're going to be down Evan Neal, but that's about it. Going to be pretty healthy for anyone that matters on that team. On the Packers side of things, same thing cannot be said. Jair Alexander remains out. They're going to be without Christian Watson, who, listen, this offense has been humming last few games, but it's because Watson's been back, right? Now Watson's going to be out. What's it going to look like without him out there? We have Quay Walker, a very important piece at the linebacker position, who is doubtful for this game. We know doubtful basically means out. And then there's a couple of big questionables as well in Eric Stokes and Darnell Savage that are both questionable. They limited practice. At least Stokes was a full practice on Saturday. He should be able to go. And Aaron Jones, it's already been said, even though this is questionable, is not going to play. So it's a team that's kind of beat up on the Packers side of things. And now we get this real role reversal where they're coming in as not just a favorite, a big road favorite, nearly a touchdown road favorite. And to me, that just seems like a little bit too much. 6 seems about right. Listen, if we got to the other side of 6, it would be a play for me. If we got to 7, it would be a full play for me on the Giants. Really do. Look, yes, they're not a good team. There's no doubt about that. But they've at least found a little bit of late and enough, I think, to keep this thing within a touchdown. And certainly DeVito has found enough to kind of move this offense a little bit as well, which is just, again, it's one of those things where, and if he stinks to high heaven in this game, Tyrod Taylor is back. Tyrod Taylor, full practice all week long. So if he stinks to high heaven, we might get the switch to Tyrod Taylor, which then, again, with our big plus money tick and with our big, 6.5, 7 points, whatever it might be, back door becomes open again. Tyrod Taylor, certainly a competent, NFL backup. So that's where we are on the side and total thing. It's just, from a total, 37 is the number that it comes out to. I mean, listen, it's not only my projections. You look at everybody else's projections out there. It's right around 37, 36.5, 37.5. 37 seems exactly on where this thing should be. If you're worried about the weather yesterday because you were seeing what was happening in the Jets game, that supposedly, I'm no weatherman, supposedly has moved through the area. So that's gone. We have an article up over at the Lines, though. John Hasselbauer wrote about some anytime touchdowns. Like I said, if you're looking here, A.J. Dillon is going to get all the work because Aaron Jones is going to be out. So sticking a little plus money for him to get into the end zone. So that's at least an interesting look, I think. I'm not so high on Reed or Kraft as much, but I do think that Dillon is interesting, still getting plus money for him in this one. The bet that I do have in my account, guys, if you want to come to the Lines, we talk about this all the time. You should be paying attention to this. If you aren't, you're doing it wrong. Player prop tool. You can find the very best number each and every time. So we come in here, boom, player prop tool. And so there is, since we're going to be without Christian Watson, there's going to have to be some looks elsewhere. And yeah, I know the natural thought is to go to Dobbs. And certainly he's going to get the most looks. But Dontavian Wicks has started to work his way into this lineup anyway. He was earning reps. He was earning snaps and some targets as it was anyway. And now without Watson, I think that he kind of might even earn wide receiver 2 looks here, maybe even more than Jaden Reed. I think that Wicks could end up being kind of the wide receiver 2 in this game behind Dobbs. And with that, I think that these numbers on him are just too low. The receiving number is too low. I think that the catch number is too low as well. If you wanted to even play that in a same game parlay, the over 2.5 to go with the over 30 or over 31.5, I think that that's also a way that you could go about it and kind of compound and get you even a bigger plus money look on this. But again, there are signals here with the amount of routes that he's running, the kind of the situations that he's been on the field, that seems like they're starting to trust him a little bit more. Now, this is me taking a leap and making some assumptions here because we don't know exactly what this is going to look like without Watson, considering he's been back in there for the last few games. But I think that Wicks is the guy that ends up being the beneficiary, getting some more snaps, getting some more routes, and in turn, getting a couple of more looks and a couple more targets as well. So that's kind of how I'm going to go about playing this one, is looking at Wicks and then combining not only the yards and the receptions into a same game parlay to kind of boost that up as well if this does go as expected for us. Again, no play on the total, guys, but I do think that it is on the other side of 6, a play on the Giants for me. It's a hold your nose, move on, but it's a lot to ask for the Packers to cover such a big number on the road with so many injuries that they're going to be dealing with, not on the offensive side, but on the defensive side as well. Guys, everything we do, absolutely free, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. 40,000 of you have already. If we get to 50,000 by the Super Bowl, we're going to do a massive giveaway here on the channel, so be part of that. You have to be a subscriber if you want to be a part of all of that, so be sure and take a look at hitting that subscribe button. Then also listen in the comment section how you think that you're going to play this game. Do appreciate that. Upper right-hand corner, that is the Discord. We'll be talking about this game all the way up until kickoff. Good luck on your Monday Night Football bets.